Hey, what is going on, guys? In this video, it's like the 11th attempt at recording this video because I just keep losing my train of thought. So I'm going to try to get through this as quickly as possible. I want to tell you guys to stop going crazy. Your chaotic behavior is literally the reason why a lot of people are turning away from the zombies community. And you already know, if you know me, I'm not somebody who stands for this shit. I really don't care. I have my own opinions because I think logically, and I always stand by them. If there's any reason to change them, I will give you reasons why. I also give you reasons onto why I have my current opinions. Opposed to a lot of other people. A lot of people are fucking puppets on strings, and they listen to other people because they can't formulate opinions for themselves. I would just like for you guys to think for yourselves. I don't even care if you disagree with me. That's fine. Feel free to. Leave it down below in the comment section. But stop being a puppet. Think for yourself. And this isn't only in zombies, by the way. This is real life. Please, in real life, think for yourself. Stop listening to people like CNN. Anyways. Getting back to what I was trying to say. Think for yourself. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, today the zombies community went absolutely nuts because Lee Ross announced that he has left Treyarch, Call of Duty, Activision, the whole bubble. Why is that an issue, you may ask? Well, to give you a little bit of a backstory, Jason BLUNDELL left zombies back in February, officially. Apparently, he was already gone for a while. I believe DK said he's been gone for as far as back as Ancient Evil. Not sure, obviously, we don't know exactly when, but I think that's a pretty fair estimate regardless. So he's been gone, officially announced back in February. That begs the question, who's going to replace him? The reason why I bring up Lee Ross and why everybody went crazy is because we thought he'd be a perfect replacement. For those of you guys who were confused onto why and who Lee Ross is, he was the lead director of zombies at Infinity Ward during Infinite Warfare Zombies. Infinite Warfare Zombies was a phenomenal game with indisputably the absolute best Easter egg boss fight, Mephistopheles, of all time in all Call of Duty Zombies. That's right. Better than any Treyarch boss fight. Better than any Sledgehammer boss fight. Better than any previous Infinity Ward boss fight. Mephistopheles was the best boss fight and has been to date in zombies. And that's just a testament onto how great Lee Ross was at making sure, or at kind of like leading the gameplay in Infinite Warfare. Again, it's not just him that makes the game. I'm not saying that he's the reason why the game was phenomenal, but his influence definitely helped to make Infinite Warfare Zombies and shape it into what it was, not only in the gameplay side, but in the community side, the engagement side on Twitter. Lee Ross kind of did it all, and after him working on working on Infinite Warfare Zombies, he then took his talents to Treyarch. For those of you guys who didn't know, and he worked on zombies in Blackout at Treyarch. So now we have this guy who's extremely talented, did an amazing job with Infinite Warfare, and even worked on the best boss fight of all time as lead director of zombies, at Infinity Ward. So now that BLUNDELL's gone and he's already at Treyarch, that's it. Perfect combination. Craig Houston writing the story. He's great at doing that. He did a great job in Black Ops 4. And now Lee Ross with the gameplay? That's awesome. And that's not what I'm shooting down right now. That is not what I'm shooting down right now, because I'm in the exact same boat as you. Even with Lee Ross gone, I would still love for that to be the case. I think Lee Ross working on zombies at Treyarch would have been freaking phenomenal. However, that is not the case. It just didn't happen. That is not the friggin' case. And it is okay. Even though that's what we wanted, it's not necessarily what we needed or what we have to have in order to succeed. By the way, I have a video series on my channel right now, what Black Ops 5 needs to succeed. At the time of uploading this video, I only have one part up. It's going to be like 6 to 7, maybe even up to 10 parts. But it's going to go over a ton of different things. And Lee Ross being there, spoiler alert, is not going to be one of those things. Not because he's gone, but because it doesn't matter who's leading the game. I'm not going to say it doesn't matter. Obviously, if you have some Joe Schmo off the street, which it doesn't work like that, by the way. A lot of people just think that just because Lee Ross and BLUNDELL are gone, that Treyarch's going to go strolling through California. I believe that's where their studio is. They're going to go strolling through California. Hey, you! You're cool. Let's go. Anybody with a Black Ops 4 hat on? Let's go. Lead director of zombies. It's not how it works. You got to be qualified. You got to know what you're doing. That being said, although, again, it would have been nice to have Lee Ross replace BLUNDELL, it's not the case. But it doesn't mean that they pulled some Joe Schmo off the street. They could have very well took somebody from the Zombies dev team, Bang, lead director of Zombies. Somebody who's been there a while. Somebody who's been a veteran. Somebody who's been there since the beginning. Who knows? For all we know, that could very well be the case, which would sound awesome, right? Somebody who has a strong connection to Zombies. Or, who knows, maybe they can pull somebody else completely random out of their hat. Somebody also, again, that has to be qualified for the job. Oh, almost spilled my water. But they could pull somebody random out. And would that be an issue? No, because A, they're qualified, and B, let me give it to you like this. Let me set it for you. The time is September 5th. I believe that's the day it released. 2016. Revelations releases in Black Ops 3 Zombies. What am I getting at? Well, the next game coming up, actually, I think it's a little bit, no, that's a bad example. Let's go back to 2015, all right? Shadows Evil releases. I believe it was November 6th, and I'm trying to make a point here, but I actually screwed up because IW was already announced. But November 6th, 2015, Black Ops 3 releases to the world. One question for you. Did you have any fucking clue who I can't even speak. Do you have any clue what I'm trying to say? Did you have any clue who Lee Ross was? No. I had no clue who he was. None of you knew who he was, probably. And that's no disrespect to him. I love Lee Ross. Wish the best for him in the future, especially in the new game he's working on. I hope it absolutely destroys records, whatever it may be. But nobody knew who he was. He was a nobody at that point in time. And you know what? He did such a great job that he became a somebody. I'm not saying that it always happens like that there's always a happy ending. But my point is that he was a nobody at a certain point in time. And there's absolutely no reason why the next person, even if they're a nobody, can't become a somebody with this next game. Now, a lot of you are scared that there's going to be no zombies in the next game because Blundell and Lee Ross aren't there. And I get it, but it just doesn't make sense. Just because, I mean, Blundell leaving makes more sense, right? Because Blundell was actually the lead director of Zombies. One thing you can't forget, to our knowledge, Craig Houston is still there. To our knowledge, the whole Zombies dev team is still there as well. They didn't put anything on Twitter. They didn't announce anything saying otherwise. They're still there. But Lee Ross, especially, like, if you're going to go crazy, why now? Why now? I understand that Lee Ross would have been a great fit. I even said that myself. I think that would have been perfect. And by the way, in a second, we're going to take some feedback. I posted a tweet on Twitter. I'm going to read some of your guys' feedback to it. And I want to do more videos like this, so make sure you're either in the Discord or following on Twitter, or both. Links down below in the description. But, alright, so I lost my train of thought for a second. What I was trying to finish up and say is that Lee Ross, I don't see the why you'd go crazy over Lee Ross leaving, although he would have been a great fit, 100%. There's no connection currently right now between Zombies at Treyarch and Lee Ross, like the Zombies mode. All Lee Ross did was work on the Zombies at Blackout. This is Zombies over here, this is Lee Ross over here with Zombies and Blackout. The two never went like this. They were like this in Infinite Warfare, but not at Treyarch. So him leaving Treyarch didn't pull that tie apart. If Craig Houston were to leave, yes, I would agree that would be something scary. Lee Ross leaving is not something scary. That's not a reason to worry about there not being zombies in the next game. Maybe worry about who's taking over, sure, but I don't think that's a reason to worry if there is zombies. And again, I already explained to you why you really shouldn't worry about who's taking over, because at the end of the day, we have our entire dev team behind us. Blundell, Lee Ross, they always told us that, or they always gave credit to their dev team. Whenever somebody praised them, they always thank their dev team as well. They always, especially Blundell. I really don't remember too many times where Lee Ross did this, and again, no disrespect to him. I'm not saying that he doesn't, that he was a fame whore or whatever, but so don't get my words twisted. But Blundell in specific, and this is one of the main reasons why I love Blundell, is because he always stood for his team, right? I think I said this before earlier in the video. And the team is what's going to make this next game. It's not going to be Blundell. It's not going to be Lee Ross. It's not going to be their replacement. It's going to be Craig Houston, who's writing it, the dev team developing it, and then whoever the lead director is kind of steering the development, if that makes sense. That's about it. There's nothing to go crazy about. There's nothing to go absolutely insane about. I'm sorry. There's nothing to go crazy about. You people are going berserk for no reason. Hopefully, and we're going to read some comments now in a second, hopefully you have realized why you should relax a little bit. I understand some of the initial panic. It sucks that Lee Ross is gone. It sucks that Blundell is gone. But it's okay. At the end of the day, the Zombies dev team worked on Zombies. The Zombies dev team, to my knowledge, didn't pick it up and move somewhere else. So I think we should be okay. With that out of the way, let's move into the comments. So earlier today on Twitter, I posted, what do you think / feel about Call of Duty Zombies, about Lee Ross, about BLUNDELL, about COD 2020 Zombies, and yeah, making videos to reply. Okay, so I uploaded this like 3 hours ago, so there's not too many replies, but I wanted to incorporate them. I didn't want to just, snuff them, because that's not even a word, but I didn't want to push them to the side, because I would have felt like an asshole. But Revive Gamer HD says, and this is very important, people need to stop overreacting to the situation, as I just told you. Right now, we need to all stick together and hope to kick ass, or hope for a kick-ass Zombies mode with a killer community to go along with it. So, how exactly we do that? Very quickly, temper your expectations. You can have high hope. You can definitely have high hope. You can be hopeful because, again, I'm hopeful. I don't necessarily have the highest expectations ever, but I have high hopes. And the reason is, again, because we had a game as great as Black Ops 3, and I don't think Black Ops 4 is bad, but for the purpose of this example, and as bad as Black Ops 4, the combination of the great and the bad, that could make it a great game. And you'd be saying, why combine the great and the bad? Well, Black Ops 4 did have many phenomenal aspects to it that Black Ops 3 didn't have. And they aren't as evident because Black Ops 4 as a whole failed, but there's definitely a lot of stuff in Black Ops 4 that can be taken and implemented maybe along with Black Ops 3 to make it a great game. And I think that that is definitely a direction that I hope they're going in. That would be the kick-ass part. And then the other reason, the other thing I want to address about Revive's comment is the killer community. The Zombies community has a reputation lately of being extremely toxic, especially on Reddit. And that's great. All I'm going to say is don't associate yourself with it. The best way to avoid toxicity is to just not either A, not acknowledge it, or B, just don't hate on something. If you don't like something, it's definitely okay to voice your opinion. It's always okay. Freedom of speech is amazing to have. But hating and freedom of speech are two different things. I personally am somebody who believes even if you're shitting on the game, you should be able to say it. Hate speech should not be suppressed. I'm sorry, I just don't believe that. And that's more of a political, whatever. All speech should be heard. That's my point. But along with that hate speech, a lot of it is unnecessary. And what I'm trying to say really is that it could be more constructive. You can give constructive criticism, and you can kind of shit on a game as well while doing it. You can badassly, constructively criticize, I think you get what I'm saying, Black Ops 4. And at the same time, you could also compliment it. There's no issue in doing that. And that's what somebody with a normal brain would do. But a lot of you people just like to hate, panic, worry. I'm sorry. You want to do that, you do that. I'm going to pay absolutely no attention to you. I will continue to do my thing, and hopefully anybody who follows me will continue to do what I'm doing and just think overall positively. And if you're going to be if you're going to criticize, constructive criticism only. Otherwise, if I see you shitting on stuff in the comment section with no rhyme or reason, like if you're going to shit on something, do it, but do it with explanation. Even if it's not constructive, explain your point. If you have no explanation, I am literally deleting the comment, or I'm just going to ignore it, because people, stop. I think you get what I'm saying. Constructive criticism, reasons behind your hate, reasons behind your love, all good things to do or have. Next comment up, Kano. He says, I feel since it was one person, Zombies will be fine. Same thing that I just said, essentially. Just because it's not Lee Ross or BLUNDELL. No big deal. There's a team behind them. We'll be okay. My throat is dying. Next, Space Squad says, to be honest, I just hope they make Zombies. Fair. Yep. Okay, no issues with that, right? Jared says, there's a whole team behind Zombies. Again, just like Kano said, just as I've been telling you for about 15 minutes in this video, there's a whole team behind Zombies, not just one person. I have faith that Treyarch will deliver with this year's COD, and there's always an opportunity for devs to rise to the challenge and pull through successfully. And there you go. There's a very awesome positive outlook on what could happen, right? There's always opportunities to rise to the top. He isn't necessarily saying that they're going to be doing good. He says that he has faith that they're going to do good. He didn't say that they're definitely going to be doing good. And he says that there's always opportunities to rise to the top, or for even a certain person to rise to the top, to rise to the occasion. And that is definitely the case, especially here. And especially in the lead director of Zombies role at Treyarch. Not saying that you have to be, that you have to sugarcoat everything and be like, oh my god, everything's going to be okay. I'm not saying you have to do that. But if you're going to be worried, or if you're going to panic, panic with reason. This man is positive, and he has some reasons, and he's being optimistic, really. That's really it. All right, next, Joshua's comment is about the Patriots. Oh, you know what? I'll read it. If the Patriots can win without Brady and Gronk, then they can make zombies just as good. There you go. Next up, the final comment here is from Jurassic. He says, Call of Duty Zombies was horrible. I disagree with this, but okay, this is his opinion. It was horrible during Black Ops 4, and all we can really do is hope that since Treyarch is making the next game, if there even is zombies, that Treyarch has just learned and will make a comeback. And basically all these comments are just exactly what I said in different forms. Just because Blundell or Lee Ross isn't there, no reason to panic. Doesn't mean there's not going to be zombies. If there is zombies, it doesn't mean that it's going to be bad. They have a dev team behind them. We'll be fine. And that's really it. This is an awesome time. A really great time for Treyarch to make a huge comeback. Especially with the success of Modern Warfare. This is the time to really bank in. I'm not talking microtransactions bank in either. I'm talking cash in on the fans with Call of Duty right now. We can only hope. We can only pray. We will have to wait and see what actually happens. Again, the official first thing that we hear from them is speculated to be May 14th. So if you guys do enjoy anything Call of Duty related, especially on the zombie side, as you can clearly tell, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, as well as turn on those notifications so you never miss any awesome Call of Duty Zombies videos. And very quickly, at the end of this video, I would like to start to shout out a few fans, but since I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. By the way, shout out to everybody on Twitch. You guys are awesome. 3 people or 2 people, great videos right off the top of my head. DK Dynamite, awesome guy. Go check him out. Another guy, or 3 guys, I guess, at now. Eric Maynard, Ether Fanatic. Love Eric. And then 3rd guy, Legend, the GOAT, the Gaming Revolution. And that's pretty much it. All right. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to end this video here. Hopefully you guys were able to make some sense, and hopefully I made some sense out of what I was trying to say. Don't worry. I really wouldn't worry. Let's relax. Let's just let everything pan out. See what happens. We can speculate. We can talk. We can discuss. But let's discuss respectfully, peacefully, and logically. I will talk to you guys in the next video. Alright?